Yo, what is going on YouTube? So I'm excited for this new series right now. It is the Nerf N-Series. And today I got my hands on one. N-Series Infinite. So basically this is a new line from Nerf. This one is a pump action. It has 16 dart storage, which is pretty good. And the chain, which is a MagFake chain blaster, it holds 40 darts and it comes with 80 N-Series darts, but N-Series darts are pretty cheap. But box is a little beat up, so I don't appreciate FedEx for that. Take better care of our package next time. But who cares about a box? Let's get the Infinite out of its package and see what comes inside. So let's get to the unboxing. Alrighty, so what's included inside is the blaster itself, 40 round mag, instructions, and darts. Alright, so now let's take a look at the blaster. So starting with the front, there's obviously no barrel attachment because it is a N-Series blaster, not an Elite blaster. And up top, we do have a tactical rail, a super long one with two hookup units. So that's pretty new. And this pump handle is kind of loose here, but it does have a nice little ridge down here, so you can just ram your hand into it if you have sweaty palms. Seems like it's got some power, and the palm stroke is very smooth. That's what I like a lot. This thing is huge. Stock is also good. It's a good length, so it's a pretty good length. And this is basically a belted magazine. So the way you load it is pretty simple. You get your dart, you slide it in there, and you keep doing it 40 times. And once it's loaded into the blaster, when you prime and fire, this thing spins. So it will spin around as you keep firing using that smart AR system. But there's also dart storage, 16 darts down here total. So you can store your darts. So that's what I do like a lot. And speaking of the darts, let's get into these new N-Series type of darts. So here's what it looks like. The front tip is pretty flat, just a little bulge. But on the back, there's a little notch, which is very similar to what Ultra was, claiming it was accurate and all that stuff. But, I mean, these are claiming to be more accurate than Ultra. And I am going to test that in the firing test. So we're going to have no problems here, if it's inaccurate or accurate, or if Nerf is wrong. But it comes with 80 darts, and I got them stored in this box right here. So, I mean, I guess dart storage goes in there. But anyways, here is the dart. As you can see, pretty simple dart, 85 to 90 feet, which is pretty much what N-Series is claiming. And the way the mag goes in is pretty much this is facing the front, and I guess you just slide them in. Boom. Kind of gritty, and this thing kind of sticks out a little bit, so it looks kind of weird. But the magazine releases right here, but it's super far away from the trigger guard, so you're gonna have a hard time. So I guess you're having to use your whole offhand just to take out that mag. So, and it has this little notch down here, so when you put your mag in, you kind of have to like avoid it, and then you can put it in just like that. And obviously trigger pull is very smooth. So, and it rotates on every prime. So when you prime it forward, it rotates. When you prime it forward, it rotates again. And the grip is very comfortable. I mean, it's a little bit on the smaller side, but I guess it works. I'm not a fan of how loose this thing is. This tiny handle. That's kind of weird. I'm not a fan of this mag release either. It's very hard to get out with one hand. Kind of have to almost smash your finger into there. Giggity, but magazine insertion is kind of rigged. You're gonna have to slam it in there, but yeah, I like how it's literally a belted magazine with 40 round capacity, so that's pretty cool by its own. So yeah, without further ado, I mean, it's pretty much a pump action belt mag fed blaster. So Looks pretty cool, but they're claiming the darts to be more accurate than Ultra, so we are gonna test that out. And surprisingly, no sling mounts. I mean, this blaster doesn't need sling mounts anyway, because I don't want, or I'm not sure you guys would want to carry around with this thing sticking out this long. Giggity. But yeah. And obviously, Nerf logo is not painted on both sides, just on the right side. And speaking on the left side, there is an access door, so you just pull this, and that opens so you can clear any jams or malfunctions that you guys may have. And this blaster does not have slam fire, sadly. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So that kind of sucks, but yeah, 40 darts without slam fire. Come on, Nerf, but still should be pretty fun to shoot. So yeah, without further ado, speaking of firing, let's get to the firing test and see how these new darts perform. So yeah, let's get to the firing test. Starting out with obviously the N-Series darts. Alright, so as you guys can see, that was the firing test of the Nerf N-Series Infinite. And it kind of confuses me here. So I was testing the accuracy test on a close range, and it seemed to be accurate. But while I was testing it from far range while I was standing, it got a little bit to the left and right, but it wasn't as inaccurate as Elite darts, Ultra darts, because those two darts, they fly inconsistently. And you know, and the new N-Series darts, I mean, I'm just grab one from out of my box so you know I can show you guys again. I mean, they claim this notch is supposed to make it more accurate. And you know, it feels a lot more heavyweight or heavy duty, mostly from the tip, but the dart is made out of foam. And the tip is supposed to be kind of like a rubberized material. But will I say this is a upgrade over Ultra totally? I wouldn't say really, because these aren't as accurate. They're way more accurate than Ultra and Elite. But does it blow Ultra out of the world? No, because it's still pretty inaccurate from far. So, you know, you can't hit what you're aiming at like totally with these darts, but it's not good, it's not bad. At least it's better than Ultra and Elite, then that's good, but it's not perfect by the end of the day. So yeah, but overall the blaster performs pretty well. No chance of malfunctions when I was, you know, going pretty fast. I wish it did have slam fire, but technically it doesn't. And I didn't know about this, but you actually have to prime the blaster back to be able to put your mag in, which is, that's not good. And up top there is a unjamming button, which is right here. So obviously after you prime the blaster, you can't prime it again. And pressing that allows you to unjam the blaster, you know, open your access door, clear up your jams. Then boom, boom, and then you should be good to go. And I don't have a chronograph, but you know, these reach between 85 to 90 FPS, so that should be pretty good. And for some reason, this stock is screaming water gun vibes. These new N-Series blasters kind of looks like water gun, which, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, does it look like a water gun to you guys? Comment down below if it does, but it looks pretty cool. I'm not the fan of how the mag goes in because of this little weird notch down here. You kind of have to avoid it every time. And you have to pump the blaster back and then you can put your mag in, which is kind of annoying. And the blaster shipped to me prime, which is pretty bad, but it still performed good. Box was a little beat up, but it's all good. I wish they painted Nerf on both sides. Why did they only do it on one side? Come on, Nerf. Like, you could do a better job than that. But overall, it's pretty good. The mag actually works surprisingly well. It kind of looks like one of them RGB lights that you would get. You know, one of them, like, you know, circular or kind of like oval shape-esque type. So, yeah. I like how it has 16 card storage there, but I don't know who would use it anyway. Me, personally, I won't. I would just get darts from, you know, my box. It might be quicker than just taking them out, so... But it's good to have it there. At least Nerf is trying to do something. So yeah, so every time you load them, you have to push them in and then go in. And you may think that will destroy the notch, but it will not. The way these darts go in to this little chain fed mag, wow, it's totally awesome. So yeah, I really like what Nerf was trying to do here. This one is kind of reminding of the X-Shot Matte Mega Barrel, which came out a couple of months ago, like a year ago. Check that review, you guys haven't checked it out yet. But that one, it has like a big, you know, circular, you know, mag going around it, and it wasn't very practical. So I'm glad that Nerf is making something, you know, pretty compact, you know, more compact, even though this holds, let's start, this holds 40, the other one holds about 60. So and you get more darts with it, but does more mean better? Kind of, depends. If you're in a Nerf war, yes, but if you're just plinking around, you know, who will have time to dump 60 rounds? I mean, it would be pretty fun, but when it comes to reloading time, yeah, Matte Mega Barrel is not fun to reload. It takes a super long time. But this one, maximum, if you're going fast, it should take about like 2 or 3 minutes. But if you go slow, you know, you're taking your time, just doing all that, probably should take about at least like 5 minutes, I'm guessing. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of how you have to prime the blaster back to put in the mag. But, hey, by the end of the day, it's not good. It's not bad. So the N-Series Infinite is pretty good. You know, I do like it a lot. I do like how it has this new chain fed mag, you know, system. So that's what I really do like. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the Infinite. And of course, I will throw up the purchase link in the description down below if you want to get this one for yourself, which I do really recommend these series now. I do like the N-Series, but they're not as accurate. So yeah, overall, that's all about this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.